Hey guys, it's been a while, but welcome back to another episode in the Ace Micro series. This time we'll dive into one of the most competitive aspects of Ace Micro, which is called Ace Start. Now, in the weekly race event, there are always people who want to compete for top spots, especially the top 3 placement, and they usually come up with some of the most creative strategies to complete the race in the shortest amount of time. In some races, if there's a tower called Monkey Ace enabled, well, you've guessed it, the Monkey Ace will very likely be part of their strategies. Why? Because Monkey Ace is an absolute monstrosity of a tower for the price, and if you can micro it well enough. And since it's a skill-based tower, people will find ways to abuse it as much as possible.
We've reached a new era in BTD6 racing, is the Ace era. It's the Ace Start era, and you're really going to see an explosion of Ace starts among the top 3 racers.
Holy cow, turns out he was kind of right.
Like the one that we're in.
So basically for Ace Start, I would roughly divide them into 3 different categories. We have pure scapping, so we start with an ace, we try to pop some balloons, and we get the next tower. It could be farm, it could be boomer, whatever. We have end of round snapping cash, where you have to pop every balloons in the same round, and that will give you some $100 each. And we have Bomber Ace Micro, which is basically even more Ace Micro. Alright, now with those things being clarified, let's get started. Okay, hello guys. We're doing this post-commentary style, and let's see what YouTube Strat has to offer. Right, boat start, round 9.
So next you're gonna druid or upgrade your middle path. Make sure.
Yeah, so this is going to be a boat start into Druid the Jungle. Okay, we have about 25.8 seconds Druid Jungle. Let's see if we can improve on that. Optimize the start. Alright, here I have a bunch of recordings I recorded from the race. I think I played a total of 8 hours throughout 3 days. Yes, 8 hours. That's more than I wanted to, but anyways. And of which around 2 hours of pure Ace Start only. So on day 1, I was only playing the start. Let's see what my first recorded clip has. Right, so here's my first instinctive placement for it, because I like hitting the ace in the start, hitting the entrance. So we do round 14 now. Okay, reverse, and reverse again. You're very sloppy micro. That was just only testing. Druid, boom. Alright, we got 25.5. Okay, not bad for first try. We got 16 lives left, so round 14 start was definitely not the play here. So after playing for a while, I think we... let's go ahead and... here, okay, so let's see this attempt. After playing a while, I got this attempt. We go out of range. Okay, and still do normal micro. Okay, reverse. For some reasons, I really liked reverse, even though it didn't matter that much. Okay, we're doing round 10, by the way. Round 10. Reverse again. Wait, it's taking forever. Okay, 26. That looked worse, but I mean, we have 100 lives, so we're getting somewhere. Alright, so our next clip... I was playing for a while, and... Alright, so in our next clip, I tested here. Okay, so here is also a reasonable ace placement, because it's close to the track. You can get more ace shots and pineapples, but I don't like this spot as much because it's far away from the start, right? It's far away from the entrance, and there are going to be balloons entering and you cannot pop those as quickly. Now we got 27. Round 14 starts, but we didn't lose any lives, so that's good. But 27, that is worse. So we're not taking this, obviously, because see, there's a bunch of balloons here on the screen that has not been popped. And I don't quite like it because there's a lot of potential cash here that was not being exploited. And this kind of reminds me of the race I played in some time ago. Okay, so some time ago we had a race on Tree Stump called Moab Crashers, by the way. This race I did very pushed start, around 20, and I was trying my hardest to pop as much as possible. Okay, we get this here, and then we put 2 towers to hit end of round cash. So what's not so nice about this is that you can see there's a ton of balloons on the screen and it's not being popped at all, and it's such a waste. Meanwhile, Infinity played something very creative, and I think it's true in general races as well, that you just want to send just enough to defend. You don't want to oversend. So here we do around 12 start, and we're hitting all the balloons that entering in the hope of hitting all the end of round cash for these rounds. Right, so we get to the next stepping stone, Druid, which is much better than like not having anything here. Yeah, it turns out at the end I think he got like 2 seconds faster than me. That's very nice, good creative strat. So I thought of that, and looking back at this race, I knew for sure that this ace placement wouldn't be the play. I immediately went back to front ace, and I sent 9 rounds. And I knew for sure that this would be much better than having a bunch of balloons on screen that is not popped. So we forced end of round by sending much more mildly, and here we do micro. We'll find a pattern to hit those later, but for now let's do some other testings. Put a sub, that's for end of round. Let's see what time I got. 24 seconds, that's good. That's 24.6, okay, that's nice. That's already better than YouTube. So I did some other optimizations, and here's what I came up with. So the same start, round 9, we did a wiggle out of range. And this run, I am not using reverse, because reverse sometimes is very like precise timing needed, and it's hard to get those consistently. So I just stick with normal patterns for now. Wait, what time did we... 24. Okay, good. So I didn't use reverse, and I got 24. And there's like some end of round cash here. See, so these end of round cash, it could have been popped earlier, and if we could pop those earlier, then we would get an earlier Druid of the Jungle. So we compare this to my other start. So here I got 22.8 somehow. I think it's towards the end. Wait, this is too far. Okay. Okay, we start on figure circle. Do round 9. And we're hitting more pineapples on the start. Overall, more refined micro. Just simple patterns that should take less effort to pull off. Boom. Wait. Alright, good. 22.9. Still round 9 start. Yeah, and this is already a huge improvement from YouTube, right? You can see towards the end here, I got... Yeah, and I noticed that it could have been possible to get this end of round cash like one ace shot earlier. And since ace attacks in increments of 1.5 seconds, so if we can do that, then we can get like even earlier druid. So I'm talking like 22.8. If we can get like 1.5 seconds faster, then it will be 21.3-ish. So in this clip, we start the round there as well. We did the normal micro towards the end. Yo, okay, at this point, I noticed that, okay, this is currently 20.93 and we have 680 cash. Okay, if we sell the ace, we do get Druid of the Jungle right now. But I didn't know this was possible, so I just wait for one more ace shot to get whatever end of round is left. And yeah, so it was at this moment that I realized 21 seconds is possible indeed. So I tried a bit more. So this was the pattern that I eventually settled with, you know, the exact round start timing. So when we start the round, the ace should be shooting like somewhere around here. It could be a bit later or earlier, but the general idea is that it start on this phase exactly, so that the darts can line up with the timing the round enters. Okay, so we start when the ace is here. See, the dart shoots horizontally at this point. We drop 1 pineapple, 2 pineapples, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This pineapple is important. 9, 10, 11. Boom. Yes, and I immediately got it 21 second flat. So a thing to notice about this pattern is that I'm trying to maximize the pineapple dropping as much as possible. So you see, whenever I have a chance, I would put the ace like on top of the track so it spawns another pineapple like here. Oh no, I mean here, here, and here. That we have 3 pineapples in a row. That is huge, actually. Yeah, that's very important for a fast druid time. Yeah, and it only comes down to the last shot, whether this shot can get these end of round or not. If we can, then yeah, this is sub 21 druid, 21-ish. Now we know that this pattern works with round 9 start. So it's getting pretty refined. How about we push it more? So instead of sending round 9 start, we could send a little bit more to see, and we'll see if we can still get 21 second druid. Alright, so we take a look at these rounds. We were doing round 9 starts earlier. What if we send round 10 and 11? Because these rounds doesn't have much RBE, right? This round is long and this round has only 78. So I was thinking it was possible if we can survive this. Yeah, so I was just doing the same pattern, and in my second PB, in my other PB, so if we push this a little bit further, we could do round 11 start, and we do the exact same pattern. So we draw pineapple and we try to hit as many darts as possible. You know, sometimes they missed and can't do anything about it, but still, it's somewhat less important than these pineapples. Yeah, here I did a little flick. All right, okay. Okay, notice that these blues are from round 4, and it is insanely dense. So usually, you would leak to this immediately if you don't try to hit it with pineapple or ace attacks. Yeah. So what I did in this clip, I tried to just drop the pineapple like right above the clump, and I hope that would solve the problem. Yeah. So I dropped 2 pineapples in a row here, and my ace attack, it's slightly in the front to take care of the leaking balloons. And then I drop another pineapples here. Remember, this pineapple is fairly important. No, every pineapple is important, that is. We're doing round 11 start, so it's going to be very tight. Yeah, every single dart counts. Yeah, and it comes down to these final shots, so we drop another one at the entrance by 18 seconds, and that should pop whatever remaining balloons are coming out without having to put your ace over there. Yeah, so we have round 2 that ends at 19 seconds. We have the red will be coming like right at the end. There's also a red coming in, I think round 4, round 5 as well, and round 6. Yeah, so these end of round, they matter very much. So that's why I found a pattern that drops this pineapple here. Yeah, I flick it down so that it attacks, then it moves back up. Boom. Yeah, so the round start timing is here. The ace goes here, you start the round, and it immediately shoots this dart, as I said before. We drop 2 pineapples at the start and 1 more at this blue truck. Yeah, so what I did earlier was just slight maneuvers to keep the ace on top of the track while it's shooting. So if I let it go, then it will shoot like in here. But we can move it down a little bit so that it like pure scapping these blues from round 4. Yeah, so we did a little flick here and then we move back up. Well, it might appear to some people that how the hell do you micro ace like this? To which I would like to answer, well, it takes practice, like a lot of them. Meanwhile, I already have my ace micro series, which I covered, I think, most of these patterns. You can like watch them and try to apply them to your micro. So I think we have this. We did this at the start. Yeah, we did a little spin, and that drops 2 pineapples at the start, which immediately gains you a head start. We wait a bit. It drops this pineapple, and we keep waiting for it. Now this shot might look like it's wasting, but I think it's fine, especially because we have this pineapple, which is like in the middle of a bunch of balloons, and here comes round 4. So we did that slight maneuver. It looks like it pierce capped most of the blues, which I also covered in, I think it's, oh yeah, I think it is this one. Yeah, you slightly go down a little bit and then it goes back up. This little adjustment for the ace. See, boom, same thing, but here it works the same way, but it's just different timing. Like you do it earlier and it gets the job done. Yeah, the rest, just do that maneuver one more time to hit the last few reds. Those will be the end round cash that we need. Yeah, see, this pineapple is exploding at the entrance, so it should take care of any balloons that we don't have access to. And the final shot, it also pierces through a couple of reds here, which let us afford Druid Jungle by 21 seconds. Okay, and that will conclude our A start video for today. Now, before the video ends, I would like to do a quick recap. So we have done end of round sniping for this video. It's getting long and rambling, so I will probably do Pierce capping and Bomber Ace in another video. Now, a few key takeaways I'd like you guys to remember. Number 1, learn new patterns, adjustments. These will come in handy in the long term where you could do a lot of tricks in future races. You could learn those for fun or don't. It really depends on how you play the game and how you enjoy it. Number 2, simple micro equals consistency. So the more simple your micro is, the more consistent it is, and you should really prefer consistency over fancy patterns that you have not known yet. And that goes back to the first point, which is to learn new patterns. The more patterns you know, the more complex things will appear simple to you. And number 3, trial and error. In other words, you play more, you play a lot. I personally do a lot of Ace Micro, and the more I play, the more I fail, the more I learn. Alright, one more thing that I'd like you guys to take away from this video is self-reflection. I personally believe that we would be able to improve a lot faster than we normally could if we do reflect it on ourselves. We look back at ourselves, we see the mistakes that we make, therefore it really helps us learn a lot faster. Yeah, and I guess that is the end of the video. Enjoy the race. Oh well, in the end, there we have it. It's getting late now. I gotta go sleep soon, so I hope you guys have a good night or a good day. and I'll see you guys in the next episode.